No, I feel like you, to be honest with you, and this is what I mean and why I was having the quality of music conversation, and we can go over to the next one. Is just like, I'm hearing from us doing the reaction videos that the
Hmm.
quality really is not there like it used to be, Andrew.
No, but we're also like picking. And that's the thing that when we've had this conversation before that when we were doing the ESPN Classic version of this show, um, we're picking like the greatest songs that have ever been done. Like, so it's not. There's just a longer history to pull from, you know,
Yes.
than there
No,
is
and I dig that, but this is
pulling
what I'm
stuff that's new.
but no, we have to address it because here's the reality of the matter is
Mhm.
like, well, no. And I mean this very sincerely. Like Mike and I just had a conversation about Thriller and Purple Rain again, and it's like they're like, you guys should do a song matchup, and it's like, well, we've done the song matchup. It's all the really in the song matchup for Purple Rain and Thriller. It literally comes down to, well, how do you feel about Billie Jean or When Doves Cry, and what do you think is the better record?
Yeah,
And every time Mike and I say that to each other, it's like, listen to what we are saying.
two of the
Billie Jean,
greatest songs that have ever been made. Like,
right,
like
right.
yeah,
And so, like, don't tell me that the quality hasn't suffered.
yeah.
Like, because I haven't heard Billie Jean or When Doves Cry again. It's like put Billie Jean or When Doves Cry in a box with what got made after it, and the answer is Billie Jean, Billie Jean,
Yes,
Billie Jean.
that's always the answer. Yes,
When
yeah,
when doves cry, don't tell me that the music hasn't suffered like on all
yeah.
levels. I think what we're seeing now lately, because of the streaming era, is a more precipitous fall.
Yeah. No,
It's not
if you're really comparing Thriller and Purple Rain, I mean, what you really need in trying to decide which one's the best, what you really need to do is pull a quarter out of your pocket and flip it up in the air. That's like there's
but
not really any way to tell.
but
It's really about personal preference, right? Like it's
it
about what
is.
you like the best.
But this is what I mean. Don't tell me "Creep" by TLC or "Stay" by Jodeci is fucking with those songs. That's our
No.
era. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? No, it's not. So
And
we
I
either
love Creep. Creep's a great song, but like
it's
it's not
class.
Billie Jean, clearly.
That's what I mean. And so like what used to happen was that, well, even if we weren't getting like one of the two or three best songs ever made, we would still get classic stuff like "Creep,"
Yeah.
"Stay," "Forever Lady,"
Waterfalls, yeah.
"Big Waterfall." Yeah, yeah, we get that stuff. We're not even getting that now. You
Not, there's
understand?
not even like fantasy or there's not like
Right. There's
yeah.
not right. There's not even the Mariah stuff. There's not some of the Mary's like we're not even getting all that I can say by Mary J. Blige. Forget real love and like my
Right.
life and we're not even getting all that I can say.
Yeah. And that's the argument that we were making. Not to, I wanted to actually have this conversation with you on camera. That the thing that you said that the '90s hip hop artists are ranked higher on the all time list than the '90s R&B artists, and I didn't think that was a particularly spicy thing to say. Like that's seems to me a pretty self evident thing to say. Like if you're
R&B
making a
is that.
list of the greatest hip hop artists of all time somewhere in the top 10 is Nas and Big and Pac and Ice Cube and like
Jay-Z.
and
That's
Jay-Z. Like,
fine.
right. And if you made that the top five, there are very few people that would argue with you. Like that's I mean you could get Rakim in there who released stuff in the '90s, but you think of as an '80s artist, most people. And so yes, obviously like the
Well,
'90s was
this is what I was trying to say when I said that. Jodeci's from our hometown.
mhm.
I love Boys to Men two albums.
Yeah.
They're not better than Earth, Wind, and Fire and the Isley Brothers. What the hell is wrong with you people?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
it's
If
like
you're
stop
making a group, making a list of the greatest, even male groups, like you have Earth, Wind, and Fire, Isley Brothers, Jackson
this.
5, Temptations, Four Tops, like
Right. Like,
none of those, none of the
Jodeci
'90s artists,
one
as
to
much as I love Boys to Men, are not. Just not. They're just not. They're not.
partial Jodeci, and their first two albums are brilliant to me.
Mhm.
They'd be the closest one to crack. They're not. I don't even think they're. I'm not even certain if they're a top five male R&B group of all time. And
Right.
they're clearly the best male R&B group of the '90s, in my opinion. Boys to Men is the only other conversation, in my opinion. It's like neither one of those are top five groups. So
Right.
when I'm saying that the rappers are better, it's like no, no, no. There's plenty of top five rap albums that get made in the '90s. There's plenty of top five rappers, top 10, top 20. They're just covering more of the spectrum. Ain't no damn Ronald Isley pop up in the '90s. Is R. Kelly a better songwriter than Ronald Isley? He sure is. How do R. Kelly's hits sound next to the Isley Brothers hits? You feel
How
me?
many are there? Yeah. And
It's like,
he's the only one. Like,
and he's
I
the
mean,
peak.
you're going
And
to be like,
peak.
obviously he's problematic for other reasons, and he's a real son of a bitch. But we're not. We're
Let's
just talking
go
about
to the.
songs right now. But like, and the other people that people are trying to call out, like Genuine Cisco, like they're not. I mean,
It's
if
not
you're
even.
making it like a male solo R&B artist, you have Mike and Prince and Marvin and Otis Redding, and
That's
like,
what I'm
come
saying.
on, guys,
You
come
remind
on.
me of Jeep. You remind me of my Jeep. It's not fucking with PYT. You know what I'm saying?
No,
It's just not. It's like I can't sleep. No, that's not better than the beautiful ones. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and those are like not the
right.
peaks of those. I
Like,
mean,
how about this? The only
I love PYT, but like, can you name like 35 other better Michael Jackson songs? Maybe not. I don't know, but a bunch, yes.